Apple launches the Vision Pro. The Vision Pro released today after reportedly taking just over 200,000 pre-orders. First impressions from customers have been broadly positive. Some of the ones that I've talked to personally, this is not in the notes, have been very positive. Though the handful of reviews that went up on Wednesday were a bit more mixed. That is very true. The Vision Pro was praised for its crisp displays, minimal latency, pass-through mode, very impressive, and hand-eye control interface. We already knew that the Vision Pro was going to be on the heavier end of headsets, although I'm going to add a note here, still lighter than a number of other ones. But most reviewers noted that they really noticed the weight, especially after a few hours, due to how front heavy it is. Yeah, the back is just the strap. A lot of other ones have either a more substantial strap or something weighing off the back, so it helps counterbalance. This one's weight is basically all at the front of your face. Impressions of the floating intangible keyboard range from clunky to usable. EyeSight, the Vision Pro's digital representation of the user's eyes on the external display, is also apparently very uncanny looking in real life. Yeah, it looks very different. I think Marquez made a big note of this. It looks very, very different than the examples in the I don't know what you'd call it, product announcement, trailer videos, whatever. Meta likewise announced today a new update adding playback support for Apple's stereoscopic spatial video, which can be recorded on iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max to their own Quest headsets, as well as support for using gamepads with the Quest browser. I don't know who wrote this, but it says, I Googled, and while Vision Pro supports gamepads, it doesn't look like it supports the browser thing, but anyway.
I want to try it. I haven't gotten a chance to yet. The thing is, Apple only cedes to media that they get along with, which is a thing. And being in Canada and not being one of the first people to click the button, our unit isn't arriving until I think Monday. So I haven't tried it yet. The way that it looks to me from the outside, I've actually tried not to find out too much. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes I can't help it and I'll click an article and I'll read some of it, or mostly that. Or I did watch the one Apple promotional video where she's like packing for a trip or something like that, and she's wearing a Vision Pro headset for some reason. So I have been exposed to some stuff, but I've been trying to keep my reactions as raw as possible because we're going to shoot a short circuit on Monday when it comes in. And then after that, my main mission, I think, is going to be to figure out how to use it. As a non-Apple user, I've certainly had my frustrations using the Apple products that I do daily drive. I mean, I've talked about this one before, but there's absolutely no way to update the firmware on AirPods without an iPhone, right?
No.
You cannot.
That's sick.
Not through iTunes, not through iCloud. This one I'm sure about. You simply can't. And there's also features that are extremely inconvenient or impossible to change depending on how, I think there's third-party apps that have managed to, change what the long press does and stuff like that. Except if you have an iPad. Oh, I'm sorry. A big iPhone will also solve the problem for you. Apparently, you better have an iPhone or you won't be able to use the Vision Pro properly. I think I have a 13 Pro at home somewhere. I will have to check. Unless I have it with me. No, I don't have it. I used to be a big, always two phones guy. I'd have one in my side pocket, one in my back pocket. And over the years, I found that whether I'm on an iPhone or whether I'm on an Android phone, I just don't really need it anymore. Either of them can kind of do everything. And people who have this kind of super intense brand loyalty one way or the other, I think they just haven't tried the other in a while.
So the one way or the other is an important point because Run Jun just said in Floatplane Chat, I can't update my Samsung earbuds on my iPhone either.
Really? But what about on a computer?
I don't know.
You can only do it on an Android device? They
didn't say that. They didn't say that.
Oh.
Don't hamburger this hot dog.
Okay, because
they
that
said
would
they
be
can't on an
stupid.
iPhone. Yeah. They just said no iPhone.
Sheesh. Can
Rough.
you do AirPods on a PC or Android? No, you can't.
We'll see if they respond.
You can, but you have to install Samsung's iTunes. Okay, no, that's a joke. Very funny, you guys.
Yeah, you have to use their Wear app, a handyman said.
Well, that is equally stupid.
Yeah.
And I hate it just as much.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got?
Did we talk enough about Vision Pro?
Oh, right. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what it's for. It's obviously not for gaming.
I think it's monitor replacement.
Sure. So it's a $3,500 monitor.
It's a $3,500 monitor that you can have in scenarios where you can't have a monitor.
Yeah.
I think is it.
I mean, one of the ideas I had for the video was just yeeting the monitor off my desk at work and only using the Vision Pro as a monitor.
I think you should use it in more scenarios than that. I think you should have like Yvonne drive the car and you work on your
I
laptop.
thought you were going to say, and wear the Vision Pro.
No.
Okay. Yeah. All
I
right.
mean, based on their low latency pass through, it feels like that might be possible. But I'm not suggesting that you do it.
Cool,
I think that
that's
might
good.
also be literally illegal.
I would think so.
I would hope so, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you're going on a trip sometime, wear it on a plane and set up a bunch of monitors instead of your laptop and see if it's interestingly productive.
And I can only use it with a MacBook. Is that right?
Is that true?
Well, I'm already preparing myself to go back to the MacBook. Return of the Mac once again.
I mean, MacBooks are kind of killing it right now.
Oh, I mean, yeah, no question. It's just And you know what's really, really interesting? I think if you were to plot the amount of time that it takes me to go from completely fresh install, first time I've seen the desktop, to my computer is fully set up and I can do everything I need on it, it would look like this. That fresh format, I was ready to do basic things on it in about 4 minutes.
Oh.
And I'm ready to do pretty much anything. And I'm talking drivers are installed. So not that. And then beyond that, probably about another 10 minutes and I can do 98% of what I need to do on it. And there's things that I would set up on my personal machine, or there's tinkery things that obviously I haven't bothered with. Like, I want to play around with NVIDIA's AI HDR conversion tomfoolery. And yeah, sure, that's the kind of thing that obviously takes a little bit longer to get everything dialed in exactly how you like it. But that computer was completely usable for me to do my job in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's assuming that the writing team keeps using the Office suite instead of switching over to Google Docs, which is something that we may do in the near future. So having just gone through that experience, I'm kind of sitting here going, okay, what exactly would prevent me from using a MacBook then? Because almost all of it is either cloud-based or something that I could easily install on a Mac. It's not like Teams doesn't exist for Mac.
Yeah.
So-
Teams makes me want to throw it through a wall anyway. So
Maybe I should do the Apple challenge again.
maybe.
Maybe I should just switch.
Maybe.
Why am I...
As much as I don't want to, I know it would be fine for me. I work almost exclusively in browsers. Why would it matter for me?
Well, you'd go to do a thing and you'd be like, why can't I do this thing? It'll happen. I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, for work though, honestly.
Like one of the ones that drove me crazy last time was how poorly it handles mapped network drives. It was just a nightmare. So stupid. No, why don't you get a Thunderbolt? Why don't you get Thunderbolt? Like, no, Thunderbolt is a stupid solution for that. Like direct attached storage in general is just a stupid solution. I'm sorry. I'm completely over it.
Apparently, by the way, someone did drive with the Apple Vision Pro and did get pulled over and got arrested. Well, pulled over at least. So
Why does that not surprise me?
that's fun. I'm being told that you can only do one monitor replacement with it. I know I saw people with more than that of screen, so maybe you can do one monitor replacement and then other apps around it.
Why on earth would they care how many monitors you replace with it? I guess it would
don't know.
it would come down to how Mac OS handles
Maybe.
display management or something,
I have no clue.
which was awful last time I used it, by the way. It was just like terrible. It's like, just clone AeroSnap.
I'm talking specifically for the laptop usage, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When I'm saying I'm sure I'd be fine on a MacBook, I'm saying just to replace the laptop that I have.
Oh, I see.
I would still need the desktop, 100%.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be going I use a MacBook now.
Yeah, see, that's a little bit more drastic. If I was just replacing my laptop, genuinely, I think it would be completely fine. Yeah, okay, so apps can be the other ones. You can only screen share one MacBook screen, and that's at 1440p, apparently. That's what chat's saying.
I mean, that seems fine.
Which I believe. Yeah. And Matt, who was doing monitor replacement, Matt from the Labs web development team, who was doing monitor replacement sometime last week with a Quest, had 3 monitors on the Quest. So it is kind of a weird limitation. And I wonder if you're right. I wonder if it's something to do with macOS.
I don't know.
No idea.
I mean, these are all things that I guess I'm going to get to discover, because the main question, right? Because everyone and their dog who's...
Oh, it's based on the display. Yeah, see, I don't know. Don't take the things that I'm reading from chat as like 100% fact. It's just interesting to discuss.
Everyone and their dog who's Mac friendly has already looked at this thing. So if we're going to make a video about it, it has to be from the angle of, okay, but hold on a second. What if you're more like me? Should this be interesting to you at all? Or should you just be waiting for a second or third generation clone from a PC company that kind of works or something?
Yeah.
And I think the answer is going to be, you don't need to care about this right now unless you're willing to switch into the ecosystem. So then my question becomes, is it worth it? They're asking for a pretty big outlay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
That being said, I think they're going to have a bunch of tech people that are going to be happy to jump into it.
I mean, wasn't Google Glass like $1,000? Something like that. I forget what Google Glass announcement price.
I find people have a very intriguing amount of money whenever there's something interesting to buy.
Yeah, it was $1,000. And do you remember how many people were wearing Google Glass at CES that year?
Everywhere.
They were freaking everywhere. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, I bought one of these because it's my job. I used it for a while and was like, okay, I have used it now. It's pretty useless, and now it goes in a pile. And how are you people still wearing these? I don't understand this. And then by the following year, all of them were gone.
S'more in chat is saying $1,000 is way different than $3,500. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sure.
It's still...
That's not my point.
It's also, I would say, it's still in a range that, like, to spend that much money on something very fresh, experimental, stuff like that...
Is wild.
It's
asking a lot.
Both of those amounts are in the that's wild category. Are they the same? No, not at all.
No.
But like...
Man, Google Glass was only 5 years ago.
You have over $1,000 of throw it away, this might be complete trash spending money.
Not even it might be complete trash. I don't think it's going to be trash, but it might be sits in the box and doesn't get used.
Yeah.
The battery life is a big concern for me. I get that. I
you
get
can plug
that.
the pack in.
Non-removable cable on the pack.
Not true.
No, it's removable.
Yeah.
It turns out it's like a jumbo lightning connector or something.
Oh, that's sick.
It's kind of like the non-removable cable on that iMac that we
a
lot easier
live
to
on the WAN show.
As far as my understanding goes, you just stick a thing in a hole and it pops out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm actually really happy about that. That makes me feel better about the world.
Yeah.
It is lightning.
I mean, it also just didn't need to be lightning at all. But hey, whatever, it's lightning. So that's something.
Yeah.
5 years ago was definitely not correct. Oh yeah, no, that wasn't 5 years ago. Hold on a second. Okay, what is this? Why am I...
Was it longer than that?
Oh, no. This is Enterprise...
Ago?
Sorry, this is Enterprise Edition 2, announced for $9.99 in 2019. Hold on.
Enterprise Edition.
Google Glass, here we go. It was $1,500 in 2013. Yeah, it was 10 years ago. Yep, there you go. Sorry about that, guys. I'm excited for the display.
Yeah, it's supposed to be amazing.
Out of everything I care about, I think that's the one I care about most.
Because that means progress for all the headsets.
And if I could just use my Windows computer with that display, that would kind of be my ideal while I wait for... And that would also be a way that I could kind of justify it as well. Because No, even then, like that's a boy, is that an expensive monitor?
I do think a lot of
Yeah,
traveling tech people will find a legitimate way to justify it,
yeah, it's gonna be tough, man, dude. It's gonna be tough at work too, though, because
even just for privacy reasons.
I work collaboratively with people a lot.
Yeah, you
What
do.
am I gonna? I know. But I'm reviewing it, so
Yeah,
I'm trying
fair
to think
enough.
like, what the heck am I gonna use this thing
I don't
for?
think it's for you, to be completely honest.
I mean, I want to like it. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I think
But I
it's
don't
really
think
cool
this
tech.
particular device is going to be great for you. That being said, I do think you'd be able to see if it had value for other people. I don't think you're like not an applicable person to review it, to be clear. I just
don't know.
don't think it's...
Like, okay, here's one thing. I'm not going to get any calls on FaceTime. I don't know anybody with an iPhone.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why it wouldn't be for you. But
Well, yeah, but so how am I even gonna applicable anything? Like, I
just sit in a chair and pretend you're on a plane.
okay, obviously, but
Like, you can do it.
yeah,
I believe in you.
I know I can. I know I can.
Do it.
I know I can sit in a chair. Good boy, sit.
Do you go to Welch's? Have you ever looked at your Welch's? You got a great one.
All right.
No, but like, yeah, I think the price tag is a big holdback for the vast majority of people, right? It's going to be a
Yeah.
huge issue. We were just talking about the price of GPUs earlier. A VR headset for $3,500. I mean, we were balking at VR headsets that were less than $1,000 not that many years ago.
Yeah.
Now it's $3,500. Yeah, it's obviously crazy. I think there's going to be a market of people that are interested in it. I literally know people that have already bought it. Yeah. Oh no, not me.
Oh.
I thought you were saying you do too, and then
No, I
I
meant I
realized
bought
that
it.
you were saying you
No, I don't
bought
know
it.
anybody.
But I know other people as well.
Yeah.
Multiple, actually. And pretty much all of them are unanimously saying monitor replacement, not at my desk. So they're not trying to replace their currently existing multi-monitor setup, but they are trying to make it so that
That's a really extravagant. I'm writing my novel in the Starbucks, and I want to do
Totally.
it like next gen
yep,
accessory.
absolutely.
It's going to have to get a lot more useful than that.
Yeah, for the vast majority of people, yes.
So it's a
but
dev
they
kit
had
then.
they had 200,000 pre-orders, and they're going to sell a bunch more. I guarantee it. Apple's a hell of a thing. Honestly, straight up, if Meta released the exact same headset at the exact same quality,
People would tell them they were idiots.
yeah,
But then, hey, maybe their stock would go
maybe.
bazonkers like it did today or yesterday or something like that. It went
Really?
I think developers-
Yeah, Meta's going like wild, like, well,
If it was Windows based, I think developers would hop on that within an hour.
What happened?
I forget.
This is the 5 day. This is the 5 day.
It's their
up
year of
20%?
efficiency or whatever. I don't know. Who knows? It's the stock market, dude.
20%.
Even Bidenomics.
Oh man. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, earnings apparently. They declared a dividend on the stock. So owning it means you like get money instead of just you only get money when you sell. Okay. All right. That makes sense.